Yes, guys. So, what the process here? So, first of all, I've just talked about that there are 9 taras. These are the 9 taras I have just talked about. Jan tara, okay, Sampat tara, Vipat tara, Shem tara, Shem, Kushal Shem tara, Prithri tara, Swadak tara, or Bad tara, 7th one. 8th one is Maitri tara, or Maitri tara or Maitri tara. Maitri is friendship type, Maitri tara. And the 9th is Ati Maitri tara. Ati Maitri, positive. This is benefic one. Okay. Ati. This is Ati Maitri. That means benefic one. This is benefic one. We can just say this is the benefic one. Sorry, friends. Okay. Marker has just get fallen from marker. Okay. So this is the benefic taras. Ati Maitri. Okay, benefic taras these are. So Maitri and Ati Maitri, they are benefic taras. But Vipat, Bad and Pratyari, the 3 are malefic taras. So they are to be avoided. So now what is the process? Now let me take one example here. Suppose here the tara is, suppose I have taken here any nakshatra. For example, the nakshatra is, suppose the bride's nakshatra is, I am taking one example here. Suppose the bride's nakshatra is, let me take, this is Ashwini, Bharani, right, Kritika, Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, this is Rohini, Mrigshira, Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mishra, Ardra. Right, this is 6th one, Ardra is 6th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, suppose this comes out to be, out of these 6, one nakshatra is, okay, one's moon is placed in one of these nakshatras. Suppose, let me take. So, one of these nakshatras, if moon is placed, suppose moon of, let me take from bridegroom, from brides to bridegroom. So, bride's nakshatra is, suppose, let me take Bharani nakshatra. This is bride's nakshatra. How the process is what? This is the bride's nakshatra. Okay. So from bride's nakshatra, what we have to count here from bride's nakshatra? This is Jan nakshatra. Bride's nakshatra is, suppose this is Bharani nakshatra. So from Bharani nakshatra we have to count the first one. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this way. Okay, so whatever next number comes out to be, suppose the what you call the bridegroom's or groom's nakshatra is which one? If I take, let me take Anuradha nakshatra, right? Anuradha. So where is Anuradha nakshatra? Ardra, Pundravasu, Pushya, Aslesa. Now let me count in finger. Okay. Then this is Ardra nakshatra. Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mrigashira, Ardra, Pundravasu, Pushya, Aslesa, Magha, Purvafani, Uttar Falguni, Hasta, Chitra, Swati, Vishakha, Anuradha. So this is Anuradha here. What is it, this number? This is 9, 10, 11. So 11 number further, right? From this number, okay, from what you call Kritika nakshatra, right? This is Ashwini, Bharani. From Bharani, if I count, this is 1, 2, 3. From Ardra nakshatra to other, this is Ashwini, Bharani. Let me count from Bharani is the second one, as I have taken here from this. From second, we are counting one number, right? This is one number given because bride's nakshatra is Bharani nakshatra. From this, we put 1, 2, 3, and so on, right? And from up to 9, we will put these taras. Further, then from 9 onwards, 10th is first tara again, first tara, second tara, like that. Okay. So in this way, 9 taras again. Whatever the number next comes out to be, or bridegroom's nakshatra is what? As I have told you that this is Anuradha nakshatra. Now Anuradha nakshatra is what? What is the number? Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mrigashira, Ardra, Pundravasu, Pushya, Aslesha, 9. Then Aslesha, Magha, Purvafani, Uttar Falguni, Hasta, Chitra, Swati, Vishakha, Anuradha. Now 9 plus 8 is 17th one, right? So 8 plus 9, 17th. So 17th nakshatra, that is the 17th one. But from 17th, if I count it from Ashwini, right? Now that is, it means from second we are counting. So from 17, if I subtract this 1, this is 16th difference. Total difference is 16, right? Because that is also counted. So 17th nakshatra, from 17 we have to subtract this 1. Then we are left with 16 only. So 16 is the total difference between bride's nakshatra to bridegroom's nakshatra. Got the point? So bride's nakshatra to bridegroom's nakshatra is 16 is the difference. 16 is divided by 9. If I divide 16 by 9, then what is the remainder here? 1 is quotient. One time it is divided, 9 1 is 9. And what is the remainder then? Because 16 minus 9 is 7 upon 9. So 7 is the remainder. 7 is the remainder. But 7 is malefic. Why? Because 7th is Vistara, this is Bhaktara. 7 remainder, if comes out to be, it is malefic. So what is the marks given to this? 0 marks. Right? For this 0 marks is given. Bhaktara, this is remainder 7. Now from Anuradha, that Anuradha is the what you call bridegroom nakshatra, and bride's nakshatra is Bharani. Now let me count from Anuradha to Anuradha, then Jyeshtha, right? 17th is the Anuradha nakshatra, and then up to the second, what is the nakshatra then? So 16 to that was 17th one, then 17, 27, up to 27 if I count. 27 and this is 28, up to 27 nakshatra means up to Revati nakshatra we have to count from Anuradha to Revati nakshatra, right? From Anuradha if I subtract 17 because 16 because 17th is also counted. Anuradha nakshatra is also counted. So Anuradha to 27th nakshatra. So 18th nakshatra, that's what, that is 17th. Anuradha is 17th one. So 17th, 18th, 19th, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20, 27. So this is how many? 9, 10, 11. 11. Total 11 is 27th and this is 12. Aswini, 12th one. And this is 13. Bharani is also count. So 13. So from 17 to Bharani is 13 one. So 13 is the total difference between those two bridegroom nakshatra to bride's nakshatra. It is 13. Now 13 is divided by 9 with the remainder. 13 means 13 and 4 is the remainder. 4 is the remainder here. 13 minus 9, 4. So 4 is the remainder. 4 is benefic. So for this 1.5 marks is given. Now see here. First was here it was 7. Under the 7, what is the 4? 4 1, 1.5 only. Because 7th is malefic. Because here from bride's nakshatra to bridegroom nakshatra, it was 7 was the remainder. So 7 is the remainder from bride's nakshatra to bridegroom nakshatra, right? 7. So 7 is the malefic one. For this 0 marks is given. And for that 1.5 marks is given. Benefic 1.5 marks. Both are benefic, then 1.5 plus 1.5, 3 marks total. In this case, this is 7 is the remainder from bride's nakshatra to bridegroom nakshatra. 7 remainder is malefic. This is 0 marks or 0 point is given. And for that, because that is 4, 4 is the remainder from bridegroom nakshatra to bride's nakshatra. Total sum divided by 9, so 4 by the remainder. So in that way, 4 was benefic one. This is 1.5 marks is given. Right, 7th row and this vertical line, okay, and this is how, and this is column. So 4th column and 7th row we get 1 and 1.2 marks, 1.5 marks. This is the process of finding the remainder, okay, from the difference of the two nakshatras, okay, and this I have counted from both sides. This was 7 by the remainder from bride's nakshatra to bridegroom nakshatra. And from bridegroom nakshatra to bride's nakshatra, both are counted. Both nakshatras are counted. 17th, 18th like that. So 17, 18, 19 and in this way we counted. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So up to Revati nakshatra 27. This is total 9, 10, 11. 11 by there. This is 12. Aswini nakshatra 12. and this is 13, total 13, because Bharani Nakshatra will also be counted. So 13 is the difference between bridegroom Nakshatra to bride's Nakshatra. So 13 then divided by 9. So remainder is 4 in this way. So 13 minus 9 is 4 difference. So 4 is the remainder. So 4 remainder means is 4. From bridegroom's remainder is 4. And from bride's Nakshatra to bridegroom Nakshatra it was 7 remainder. In that row and this column and this row we have 1.5 marks. So in this way this numbering is done, or these points are allotted, points are obtained by bridegrooms and bride's Nakshatras. Right? So in this way Tara counting is done. And this Tara counting is so much important one, let me tell you about, because with the help of this we can find Muhurta also. As I have told you, whatever Muhurta is to be calculated. Right? For Muhurta or auspicious, a selection of auspicious time to perform any activity, to start something. Suppose you want to start any auspicious thing, anything, when you are going to do a business, or want to join first time the business, or you want to start a business, that auspicious time is selected. This is the process of selecting the auspicious time. In this way Tara is calculated. But Tara, if auspicious Tara is passing through that time when we have to start that work, or we have to perform the puja or anything, so whatever work is done, this is the process of finding the auspicious time with the help of Tara counting. Right? So Tara comes out to be benefic one, because remainder comes out to, how do that remainder calculated? Suppose that person who is going to start a business, that person's nakshatra, birth nakshatra, moon is placed in which nakshatra of that person's birth horoscope. Right? That nakshatra is counted, that nakshatra is named, whatever name is there. And suppose that name is, as I have told you, is Kritika nakshatra, third one, Kritika nakshatra. Right? His moon is lying in the Kritika nakshatra. And suppose the day on which the person is going to start a work, then see that on that auspicious time, that particular day and time, on suppose 10 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or whatever time, so that time selected. At that time we have to just find out that what is the moon's position, moon is transiting in which nakshatra. Right? So that nakshatra, suppose that nakshatra, this is, I am just counting, that nakshatra is, suppose, what you call, let me take Mool nakshatra, right? Moola nakshatra or Mool nakshatra. Now, Mool nakshatra is the 19th one, because Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mrigashira, Ardra, Punarvasu, Pushya, Aslesha 9, Magha, Purvani, Uttarvani, Hatta, Chitra, Swati, Vishaka, Anuradha, Jyeshta, Moola. Right? So 18 and this 19th. So 19th is the Mool nakshatra. Right? And here I was talking about that, suppose that nakshatra was, what is that nakshatra? And that person's moon is lying in Kritika nakshatra. Okay, I was talking about Kritika nakshatra. Right? So from that 19th nakshatra, from this nakshatra to 19th nakshatra, we have to count, because Mool nakshatra was on that particular day. Right? And this is Kritika nakshatra. So Kritika to Mool nakshatra, what is the total number? So these, from 19, these two are subtracted, so 17 is there. 17. So 17 divided by 9, 8 is the remainder. 8 is auspicious one, benefic. Right? So 8 is auspicious one. Maitra Tara. That Tara present on that day is a Maitra Tara. Maitra Tara is auspicious one or benefic one. So work can be started on that 10 o'clock or whatever time is there. On that particular time, what the position of moon in which nakshatra. That nakshatra is counted as 19th one. We have counted 19th nakshatra. 19th, and from that 19th number, and these two nakshatra are subtracted, because this third is also counted. Okay, so 2 are subtracted, so 17 total left over. 2, right? This 1 and 2 subtracted. So from third, if I just counted this, so this is how 17 is there, because this 18, 19. So 17 is the difference between the two nakshatras. So the 17 divided by 9, we always divide by 9 because these are 9 taras here. So 9 is the divisor, right? Dividend is 17 in this case. 17 divided by 9, and quotient is 1, because 1 time is divided. Okay, 17 divided by 9, 9 1 is 9, and 8 is the difference. So 8 is the remainder. 8 tara. Now 8 tara is there. So remainder, whatever comes out to be, that represents the tara number. Okay, so this is how remainder is Maitri Tara. In this way, 8th is very auspicious and benefic Tara. Maitri Tara, Abhi Maitri Tara, 8 and 9, both are positive, both are benefic. I mean, Jan Tara is considered auspicious, but sometimes it is not considered auspicious because only for opinion sanskar it is good. For marriage purposes, it is not considered good for those boys which are the firstborn. If he is the first, or the boy is firstborn, or daughter is also firstborn, for them marriage is performed. For that, this Janam Tara is not considered good. If at that moment when the difference of the their moon position and moon nakshatra and the present nakshatra on that day where marriage will be performed, the difference is suppose odd number or whatever comes out to be, and if that difference gives us Janam Tara, 1 is suppose remainder is 1, it means Janam Tara is there. Janam Tara is falling on that particular time, then marriage is not performed for the firstborn children, right? Firstborn. If it is second one, third one, no problem. Marriage can be held in place of Janam Tara. Okay. This is how auspicious time is selected with the help of Taras. Okay. So these Taras, Tara calculation, Tara, I mean in this way 3 marks is maximum number because Tara is third number. Tara KOOT is third number. So Tara KOOT, 3 marks are allotted, 3 number is allotted, 3 points are given. In this way 3 points are obtained by bridegroom and bride, right? Bridegroom and bride. So in this way the Tara calculation is being done. This table is very important, right? So this is the third number Tara counting. So this I have done here. Okay, the process is the simple process. We just write here 1 to 9 because 1 to 9 can be the remainder. 1 to 9 there also, and whatever malefic and malefic is there, then 0 marks. But if one malefic, other is benefic, remainder, then 1.5 marks. Both are benefic, like 1 remainder. Benefic 3 marks, 1 2 benefic, 1 and 2 both are benefic Tara. Okay, so that is 3 marks. 1 is and 3 is malefic, 1 is benefic, so 1.5 marks. Both are malefic, 0 marks. Both are benefic, 3 marks or 3 points. 1 benefic, 1 malefic, 1.5 marks. This is the simple calculation of this table. Okay, this is how this table is framed, right? So table formation, calculation of these taras, is this the process? This is the process here. Only we have to just count the nakshatra number. We have to know the nakshatras, nakshatra numbers, how to count, and in counting we are not to make mistakes. Mistake can be counted if we are not counting the nakshatra of the person concerned. For example, if I am counting from bride's nakshatra to bridegroom's nakshatra, then bride's nakshatra is also counted. Number of that bride's nakshatra, from there we have to count as 1, 2, 3 and so on up to the bridegroom's nakshatra. Okay, whatever total comes, the total is divided by 9. The remainder comes whatever, that remainder will be either 1 to 9. So 1 to 9 it can be remainder. So if remainder comes out with 3, 5, 7, then malefic. Okay, so for malefic, one number is malefic, other is benefic, or both are malefic. As I have just told you, 0 marks is allotted. So this is how this table is being framed. So Tara calculation. So I have talked about 3 points, 3 KOOTs. First is the Varna KOOT, second was the Basya KOOT. Now third is Tara KOOT. Fourth is Yoni KOOT, which is very important. You will just surprise that how that. I mean, this is scientific, discussion, scientific, what you call calculation of all these things. This is very scientific. Based on these tables and all these things, 100% true thing, because if it is positive, negative, whatever, out of this table you cannot have any other counting, right? Counting can be 0, 1.5 or 3. This is the counting here, right? This is how this is scientific or astronomical calculations. Whenever mathematics is involved, 100% true things comes out of it. So this is mathematical calculation. So this is why the calculation being very systematic, mathematically 100% true, is considered as good, right? So this is the process of calculating taras. The third one, Tara KOOT. Fourth as Yoni KOOT, I'll talk about in the next lecture series. Yoni KOOT. Yoni KOOT is very important one, as I've told a number of times. Fifth one is Grahametri KOOT. Grahametri KOOT, right? Grahametri means the lord of the Rasi lords. where moon is placed, a lot of those rasis, those signs where moon is placed, are friendly or both, or not friendly. That will depend upon. If they are friendly, they are enemical. How that calculation is done, I'll talk about unis. There are a number of unis. Sorry, unis are grammetry. Sorry, I'm talking about grammetry. Grammetry means the planets are metry, having friendship, or they are friends, or they are not friends, they are neutral, or they are enemical. In that way, we have to calculate that, what you call grammetry code, right? Then is 6th is gun kuta, right? Gun kuta. And Bhakut kuta is 7th one, Bhakut or Rasi kuta. And 8th one is Nadi kuta, very important one. So all these points, just please note down these tables, they are very helpful. And with the help of this table, we can count that how the process of Tarakut is there. Tarakut, Barnakut or Basikut, these three we have calculated. If you are just processing the learning of these things, I can just challenge this. I always tell my students or the people who are learning from me, whosoever is there, okay, my elderly people can also learn, because they are just, they want to learn something, because up to now they were not aware about these things. These are very scientific things. So please attest with this. Just understand each and every aspect of this. If it's not calculated, respond to me. I'll just again clarify this. Okay, if there is any misunderstanding there. So, okay, so this is the process of my teaching. And as I always tell the people whoever learn from me, that the difference will be there. You're mentally thinking now, and after learning this whole will be totally different. You will be a different person after learning all these things. You will be so much, very confident about your life, about your activities, about your children's activities, about your own activities, who you are going to marry with your partner, how to choose your partner with the help of this matching. And the matching is 100% true, because if data are correct, as I always say, data must be correct. Your birth data, time of birth, date of birth, place of birth must be 100% true. Only then, because time, if it's changed, then data can be, your birth time is different, then moon sign may be different, then nakshatra will be different. Okay, so then problem comes, then matching cannot be done. So there is no need of any trick. You have to just understand how to frame. We must have what is the knowledge is the sign of the moon sign. What is the moon sign? Where moon is placed, and nakshatra name of the nakshatras. Only these two things are required for this matching. Sometimes, because for Yoni also nakshatras are counted, right? For this Tarakut we have just talked about, the nakshatras also there. We are counting nakshatras here. Now, for Yoni also nakshatras is counted. For Matri, or signs are counted. In which sign or in which Rashi the moon is placed. So those moon's Rashi or moon's sign is counted there in case of Grahametri. Right? Because lots of the signs, which lots are there. If the lots are friendly, that means the matching will be very good or very auspicious one. So in that way, Grahametri, okay, is done. Then Gankut, they have the same Ganash. Devgan, Manushgan, or Nargan, and Rakshasgan, very good matching. Okay? But if different, Manushgan to Rakshasgan, not good. Okay? Devgan to Rakshasgan, not good. Always will fight. The lifelong in fighting will spend. Okay, they will spend their life in fighting. So this is how Devgan and Rakshasgan always create troubles for themselves, right? Or they will have fighting for always. They are not going to agree with each other. And Manushgan and Rakshasgan not considered good. Both will kill each other, right? Or either of them will be killed, or they will suicide themselves. As we have seen that sometimes couple is just suiciding. Okay, they commit suicide. Okay, so in that way, that means they were not having the similar kind of Ganash. Okay, Devgan, Rakshasgan, Manushgan. These are Ganash matching. Very important one. We just have to just understand all these things. After understanding these 8 kind of qualities of both the horoscopes, then you can just compare with your horoscope with others, with anybody else. You can find your friendship, first friendship, or not good. You can understand the person's mentality, that will he have the friendship with you or not. And if you are going to make a friend, or you want to start a friendship with another person, that friendship can be understood. okay, prior hand or in advance. You can understand that this person will cheat me or will not cheat me, will be a fast friend or will not be a fast friend. So this kind of knowledge is very profitable. We can say we are very much aware about them. Okay, so we can just avoid that kind of friendship then. If it is very auspicious one, is matching, or both men's moons are so much friendly, then we can go. Or the marks obtained or point obtained in this case are more than 25 or something, near about 30, very good friendship will be there. Okay, you can start your business with that partner. This is how for partnership, I have written down here, for partnership or relationship. So this matching of horoscopes can be for partnership or relationship or for marriage purposes. Especially I am taking for marriage purpose because bride, groom I am batting here and bride I am batting here. Okay, this is groom's nakshatra in this case, moon's position. Remainder of moon's nakshatra, right? Remainder from bride groom's nakshatra, right? Bride groom's nakshatra, and this is remainder from bride's nakshatra. This is bride's nakshatra, bride's nakshatra to bride groom's nakshatra. This is bride groom's nakshatra to bride's nakshatra. This is how the difference is calculated. Okay, this is how this process goes on. The process is very simple. We have just framed this table. This table is very much important. Without this table, you cannot have that kind of understanding. Okay, so this Tara KOOT is very important. Third one. So fourth one is Yoni KOOT. I'll talk about that Yoni KOOT in a very mature manner. That is important one. Because there are certain points. Yoni KOOT, the Tara KOOT is also very much important one. Okay, some are simpler one, but others are very difficult one. For example, Yoni KOOT is a bit difficult one, right? And I mean lengthy one, not difficult, but bit lengthy, because there are 14 yonis, and how those 14 yonis are framed, right? With two nakshatras putting, two nakshatras forming one yoni, then how those yoni are matched, which one is friendly, which is not friendly. This way the marks are allotted. So 4 yoni is given 4 marks. So next KOOT will be for 4 marks or 4 points. This is Tara KOOT for 3 points, and that will be Yoni KOOT for 4 points, right? So Yoni KOOT is for 4 points. Next one that I have to talk about. Okay, so till then, up to that time, just imagine about these things. They are very important ones. So please just pay attention to this. Okay, I mean you have to just be very persistent one. Consistency and persistency. This gives you the achievement. If you want to achieve anything, then persistently and consistently. Just follow all these things, understand them. If they are not understood, because sometimes I repeat something, my repetition is there, but that repetition I understand that most of the people are benefited. The reason is, for the people who are already knowledgeable, they will find that very repetitive one, and this person is repeating. But I repeat because sometimes something is just mistaken, something is not understood by the people. So the repetition is done by us just to understand, just to make understand the things to the person, the topic to the person, right? This is how the process is. Okay, then this is up to this point. So next I'll take Yoni KOOT. For that Yoni KOOT, see them up to that time. You have to just understand all these 3 KOOTs again and again. See them again and again. Only then one can understand, and you will be just surprised that how friendship between the planet, friendship of the signs. Okay, nakshatras also, they are having some friendship and this and that. That kind of knowledge will be earned from these. This I have taken because this is most asked by the people. Most of the people, they were asking that how to match horoscope, how to match horoscope for marriage purposes. That we have to just understand. Please just describe all these things. So that's why I've taken this topic. Okay, on the demand of the people. Most of the people, majority of them were asking for this purpose. That's why I've taken it. This is just for the benefit of almost all the people whosoever is wanting to deal in this kind of situation, right? If they are having their children going to marry, or they themselves are going to marry, or them they want to choose a particular proper partner for them, then they can go through this. Okay, so this is the process for all those people. Okay, so I will be just very much grateful to those people who are understanding one by one. Okay, this kind of thinking, this kind of all these things I have not found in my life, because nobody was teaching in this way. But I have found that almost all people are just talking about something bit and bit, not so much detailed. So detailed discussion